Hi, I'm Samantha Carter, the main character of the story. I do laundry for a living. Life's not always easy, but I'll make you laugh throughout the story.
I'm Will Whitmore, the second main character in the story. My mom paid Samantha to make me happy again, but will she succeed?
I'm Teresa Whitmore, Will's mom. My son hasn't smiled in years, but I believe Samantha might be the miracle he never knew he needed.
Watch this video to the end, Entree, by Mr. Ho Ho.
Samantha Carter was a 28-year-old woman who worked as a laundrywoman in a small suburban town in Georgia. One day, a wealthy woman offered her a new laundry job, noticing how cheerful and optimistic she was despite her tough life. The woman, Mrs. Teresa Whitmore, had a special request. She wanted Samantha to help her son, Will, find happiness again. In return, she would give Samantha a house, a lot, and a large sum of money. Burdened by poverty, Samantha agreed quickly, even though she didn't know how she would make Will happy. Will Whitmore, Teresa's only son, had been paralyzed in a tragic car accident 5 years ago. He lost his fiancée in the crash and had since shut himself away in his room, drowning in guilt and grief. Samantha accepted the favor, though uncertain how she could cheer up a man who had no intention of ever being happy again. Could she endure his rudeness, or perhaps could she be the one to bring joy back into his life? "Excuse me, Mom, I think you gave me too much," Samantha said in disbelief. She looked at the wad of bills Mrs. Whitmore had handed her. The older woman gently patted her shoulder. "Consider it a tip, dear. You're absolutely amazing at getting stains out. Like that grease spot on my silk scarf. Vanished. Your hands are golden." "Thank you so much, Mom. If you have more laundry, don't hesitate to call me," Samantha replied, pocketing the money and smiling. "I'll head out now. Thanks again." Mrs. Whitmore smiled warmly and escorted her out the gate. Samantha Carter, 28, had been doing laundry for years. She was skilled and meticulous, which made her highly sought after by customers. One of her most loyal and generous clients was Mrs. Whitmore. As she walked home, Samantha was all smiles. "Thank goodness for that big tip. Now I can buy rice and finally pay off our debt at Miss Penny's store," she whispered to herself, finally able to breathe easier. She stared at her hands, rough, calloused and pruny from her recent wash. They weren't smooth or soft, but she admired them nonetheless. These hands have been through so much and worked so hard just so we can survive. Before going home, she stopped by Penny's general store to pay her dues, and to borrow again. "Well, look who finally decided to pay up," Miss Penny, the elderly storekeeper, said with a smirk. Her curly gray hair framed her big hoop earrings, and a mole sat prominently at the tip of her nose. Samantha scratched her head. "Sorry, Miss Penny, I promise. When I get rich, you'll be the first person I help. Scout's honor." "Get rich? Doing laundry?" Miss Penny scoffed. "Honey, that job won't get you anywhere." Samantha paused. Her job didn't pay much, but it fed her siblings. Some people would always underestimate her because of the kind of work she did. "How can you say that? No one knows the future." "Who knows? Maybe one day I'll own a mansion and drive a fancy car," Samantha said with fire in her voice. "Life's full of surprises." "You and your drama, Samantha," Penny snorted. "Go on, get out of here." "Mind giving me another loan, ma'am?" "You just paid one," Penny groaned. "I only had enough for rice. We've got no meat. Please, I'll pay it back." "Ugh, fine." She handed Samantha 2 cans of meat. Samantha gratefully took the cans and walked across the street to her sister Lana's house. She found her younger sister Sally sitting by the door, painting. Sally was an artist who earned a bit by painting portraits. She looked up and smiled. Samantha's exhaustion melted away at the sight of her sister's beaming face. "What are you painting now? That face looks familiar," Samantha asked, peeking at the canvas. "It's Miss Penny. She asked me to paint her portrait, Sally said proudly. Samantha giggled. That's her. Something's off. What? Her mole's too small. Make it as big as a marble. Sally laughed and adjusted the painting. Has Sean come home yet? Samantha asked, changing the topic. He's in his room. Got a fever. That hard-headed boy. I told him not to overwork himself, but he took a job at the market hauling crates, Sally complained. Samantha's face turned serious. She rushed to the room and found her youngest brother, Sean, coughing. Sean, Sally told me you've got a fever, she said, touching his forehead. You're burning up. Come on, we're going to the hospital. No, Sam, I'll be fine. Don't waste money. Hospitals are expensive, Sean protested. Why did you even apply as a loader? Didn't you have a job at the recycling plant? I just wanted to help more. We've got too many bills. Rent, power, debts. You don't need to do that. I appreciate it. But you have to take care of yourself. You were saving up for college, remember? Focus on that, she said, ruffling his hair. Sean smiled faintly. When I get rich, I'll pay you both back. I'll take care of you and Sally. You're being sweet. You only get like this when you're sick, Samantha teased. They laughed. I'll get a cold towel and buy medicine. You rest up, okay? Thanks, Sam, for everything. When their parents passed, Samantha stepped up as both mother and father. They had no house, just a rented unit they struggled to afford each month. She worked harder than ever to keep her family afloat. One morning, while watering plants outside their rented home, Samantha was startled to see Mrs. Whitmore at the gate. Mrs. Whitmore, you came all the way here? She asked, quickly opening the gate. I'm not here for laundry today. The older woman chuckled. I have a friend who's looking for someone trustworthy. Her last maid was caught stealing a necklace. She fired her. That's awful. I told her about you, how talented and honest you are. She's willing to pay double, just weekends, but she wants someone to start today. Really? I'll take it. Where does she live? Hop in, I'll take you, said Mrs. Whitmore, gesturing toward her luxury car. Samantha went in to change, then climbed into the plush, freezing vehicle, shivering as she sat. One day, I'll have a car like this, but first a house, because what's a car if you've got no home? She muttered to herself. They chatted until they reached a large estate. Samantha's jaw dropped at the sight of the massive estate. She followed Mrs. Whitmore to the gate, where a stately older woman greeted them with a kiss on the cheek. Samantha, this is my dear friend, Mrs. Teresa Whitmore, Mrs. Whitmore said, motioning toward the woman. Teresa eyed Samantha from head to toe. And who is this young lady with you? Samantha smiled brightly and waved. Hi, good morning, Ma'am. This is Samantha, Mrs. Whitmore explained. She's been doing laundry for me for years. She's reliable and hard-working, and she's not too busy right now. You two can discuss what her responsibilities would be here. I have to run. I've got a meeting. I'll leave her in your hands, Teresa, she added before leaving. Samantha found herself staring in awe at Mrs. Teresa's elegant demeanor and porcelain-like skin. I'm Samantha Carter, 28, single but not exactly ready to mingle. My motto in life is, even if life's hard, it's still worth living. Fight on. Mrs. Teresa chuckled and extended a hand. Nice to meet you, Samantha. Let's talk inside. It's too hot out here. Samantha followed her into the mansion, her mouth agape the whole way. Every part of the house was lavish, from the velvet sofas, huge flat-screen TV, brilliant chandeliers, enormous flower vases, to the many framed paintings lining the walls. Wow, is this a house or a museum? Amazing! Samantha commented a bit too loudly. Mrs. Teresa raised an eyebrow. Samantha scrambled to cover. I mean, I'm not really surprised, just amazed. A lot of the houses I've worked in have a bunch of paintings too. Even Mrs. Whitmore has a collection, and my sister Sally's a painter. so I'm used to seeing art like this. Really? She paints? Maybe I could commission something from her. Absolutely, ma'am. She'd love that. Soon, a maid brought out juice and pastries and placed them on the table. Mrs. Teresa motioned for Samantha to sit. Have a bite before starting. Samantha didn't refuse. She never turned down anything free. This bread is so soft, not like the bakery back home. Their bread is so hard, one bite and your teeth could fall out. Rich people's bread is amazing, she said, taking another bite. Mrs. Teresa laughed. I made that myself. You did? You're so talented, Mrs. Teresa. Thank you. So, I live here with just my son, Will. My husband passed away some time ago. Where's your son? Mrs. Teresa didn't respond. I'm sorry, that was too forward. I've finished eating. May I begin working now? Sure. Then she called out, Yaya Indy! Please show Samantha to the laundry area. A maid appeared, short, with straight hair, thick eyebrows, and bright red lipstick. Come on, Sam Marta, follow me, she said curtly. It's Samantha Carter, not Sam Marta. Whatever, I don't care about your name. Samantha frowned but stayed silent. When they reached the laundry room, Indy gestured to the space. We've got washing machines, but if you prefer hand washing, there's a faucet and basins. Soaps, brushes, everything's here. You know what to do. You're pretty grumpy. What was that? Nothing. So where's the laundry? Indy grinned, opened a door, and revealed piles and piles of dirty clothes. That's a lot, Samantha muttered. Are you complaining? If you are, let us know now so we can replace you. Samantha shook her head and smiled. No complaints. Just surprised. Is being surprised a crime now? Bring it on. I got this. Indy rolled her eyes. Start working. Mrs. Whitmore talked you up. Yes, ma'am. Samantha gave her a playful salute. Indy walked off. Gee, she's got issues. She's not even the boss. What a piece of work. Let's just get started. Smile, self. Don't let her bad vibes ruin your day. It's a launder love day, she chirped and got to work. As she scrubbed, Indy returned and threw more clothes at her. Ugh! What's that smell? Samantha groaned, sniffing the sour stench. Wash them. Whose are these? Mine. Why would I wash your clothes? You've got hands. You're being paid big. Stop complaining or I'll drag you out of this mansion. Samantha stood up, hands on hips. Listen, I'm here to do the Whitmore's laundry, not yours. You've got hands. Wash them yourself. While you're at it, maybe scrub your attitude too. Add some detergent so it smells better. Indy was stunned. Just because I do laundry doesn't mean I'm anyone's doormat, Samantha added confidently, flipping her hair as she walked away. Indy retreated, humiliated. Samantha smiled, proud. Sometimes it's good to clap back. She resumed washing and was soon humming a tune. Footsteps approached again. Ugh, you again, Indy. I'm doing it right. Actually, it's me, Mrs. Teresa said kindly. Samantha quickly changed her tone. Oh, hi, Mom. Who are you fighting with? Oh, just no one. What brings you here? More laundry? Number, I have an important question. Okay, anything. Just not math, please. Samantha, what's your dream in life? What do you really want? Wow, that's a Miss America question. Well, two things. First, I want to make my siblings happy every day. Second, I hope we can own a house someday. What if I said I could grant that wish? Samantha chuckled. Are you a genie now? I need a favor. And if I help, you'll give me a house and money? Mrs. Teresa nodded solemnly. From the moment I met you, I could tell. You have a contagious joy. My son lost that years ago. She began to explain the accident. 5 years ago, my son Will was in a terrible accident. A large truck hit their car. His fiancée died, and Will, he hasn't walked since. He's been paralyzed and emotionally shattered. He's never recovered. He still blames himself. Samantha's eyes widened. I'm sorry to hear that, Mom. He locks himself in his room. He refuses therapy. But when I saw you, I had hope. I thought maybe your optimism could reach him. I'm asking you, Samantha, make Will smile again. Help him realize his life isn't over. Help him see hope. Samantha swallowed hard. She had no idea how she could do it. If you manage to bring him back to his old self, I'll give you the house and lot I promised, plus start-up capital to open a business. It'll change your family's life. For my family, I'll do it, Samantha said, her voice firm. Mrs. Teresa clapped her hands in delight. Thank you, Samantha. One more thing. Will has become quite difficult. He wasn't always like this, but the tragedy changed him. I hope you can be patient with him. You can count on me, Mrs. Teresa. I promise. I'll do everything I can to bring back Sir Will's joy. Mrs. Teresa gently took her hand. I'm counting on you. She smiled. Now forget the laundry for a moment. Come, I'll introduce you to Will. Samantha nodded, suddenly nervous. She was willing to do anything for her family. This house and lot would change their lives. They climbed the stairs to the second floor, where Will's room was located. This is Will's room, Mrs. Teresa said and knocked 3 times. Not now, Mom. I want to be alone, came a loud, angry voice from inside. Samantha gasped. He sounded furious just from a knock. Mrs. Teresa didn't flinch. She used a duplicate key to open the door. Samantha followed her inside, hiding behind her. In the corner sat a man in a wheelchair, gazing distantly. His skin was pale, his expression blank. Mum, I told you. Who is that? Why are you bringing strangers in here? Will tried to stand but lost his balance and fell. The wheelchair rolled away. They rushed to help him. Samantha grabbed his arm and winced at how heavy he was. Don't force yourself, Will. You can't stand, Mrs. Teresa said, helping him back into the wheelchair. Samantha added gently, Calm down, sir. You've got a visitor. Will glared at her. Who is she? I don't know her. Get her out of here. It's just me, Samantha Carter. Nice to meet you, Sir Will, she said, offering a handshake. Someone give him a jacket. 5,000 points, she joked, trying to lighten the mood. Mrs. Teresa elbowed her. Different, Will, Samantha, she whispered, amused. Will wasn't amused. Sir, I'm not here to bother you, Samantha said. I'm here to help. I don't care. Get out. Relax, Will. Samantha will be staying here. She'll help take care of you, maybe even be a friend. You've been isolated for years. Don't you want someone to talk to? Don't force me to do things I don't want, Will snapped. I want to be alone. I don't need her. Samantha sighed. Sir, this room is so dark, she said, and pulled back the heavy curtain. Sunlight poured in, hitting Will's face. Close it. I didn't steal it, just moved it. Sunlight has vitamins, you know. If it's dark, turn on the lights. That wastes electricity. I can pay any electric bill. Wow, rich boy, but being grumpy ages you, wrinkles ahead. I don't care how I look anymore, Will muttered. With everything I've been through, looks mean nothing. All right, no need to yell, it's just a curtain. She put it back in place. So, what do you want to do today, sir? Go outside? No. Eat something? Not hungry. Play something? I'm not a child. Why won't you go outside, sir? Why are you nosy? It's my life. I'm not denying that, but you've been locked in here for 5 years. Don't you want to see the world again? What's the point? Will it change anything? Will it bring back Leia? Leia? My fiancée. She died, and it was my fault. That's why you're still drowning in guilt, sir. You haven't forgiven yourself. You don't know anything. You're right, but I've lost loved ones too. When my parents died, I thought my world ended. But sometimes, even when life breaks you, you have to gather the strength to keep fighting. I don't need your motivational quotes. You're really grouchy, minus points in heaven, Samantha teased. Try smiling, it helps. Look, like this. She gave him a big grin. Will stared at her, unmoved. Since Leia died, I haven't had a reason to smile. She was the only reason I could. Would she be happy seeing you like this now? She's probably at peace, while your heart's still full of bitterness. Moving on is hard, but not moving on is even harder. Will suddenly slammed the armrest of his wheelchair, startling Samantha. He wheeled himself away toward the bed. She rushed to help, but he brushed her off. I don't need your help. Samantha crossed her arms. Fine, do it yourself. She watched him struggle to get on the bed. Need help, sir? Fine, help me. Samantha smirked and helped him onto the bed, then pulled the blanket over him. Will stared at her, his face unreadable. She touched her face. I know, I'm so beautiful it's distracting. Don't stare too hard or I might melt. Will grimaced. I'm not staring because you're pretty. Then why? You looked like something was up. And hey, it's okay to admit you're impressed. Others have said it too. You talk more than a storm. You really want to know why I was staring? Samantha nodded twice, grinning. You've got a booger on your cheek. Her eyes widened in horror. She ran to the mirror and saw he was telling the truth. Her face turned beet red. Just then, Indy walked in and pulled her aside. Doña Teresa sent me to show you how to care for Sir Will. Indy forced a stiff smile and nodded towards Samantha. Okay, here's what you need to know. Sir Will spends most of his time either lying in bed or sitting in his wheelchair. You'll need to assist him every time he moves between the two. He can't move his legs, so don't leave him unattended. Sometimes he tries to stand on his own and ends up falling. He even got a gash on his forehead once for being stubborn. Samantha glanced at Will. Her eyes softened with sympathy. He's got a bathroom in here, Indy continued. Every morning, take him there and bathe him. Bathe him? Samantha's cheeks warmed. Like, actually shampoo and soap him? Yes, she gulped. I've never bathed a man before, not even my little brother. You better not act squeamish. You're lucky you even get to touch his body. You were hired to do his laundry and care for him, so everything you do better be spotless. If it were up to me, I'd be doing this job, but Doña Teresa made it clear. This job is yours. Samantha bit her lip. Well, you don't want to? She sighed. Okay, I'll do it. You sound like you're the one losing out. Indy smirked, checked the clock and said, It's 8 o'clock, time for his bath. I'll leave you to it. Wait a second. But Indy had already gone. Samantha slapped her forehead and looked back at Will, who was already watching her. With forced courage, she approached. Sir, what now? I mean, it's time for your bath. Where's Indy? She just left. Didn't you see? Or are you pretending not to? Call her back. I want her to do it. Too bad. That job's mine now. Whether you like it or not, I'm the one bathing you. You'll get used to it eventually. It's just work. And, sir, don't worry. I'm not going to start lusting after you. That's not what I'm thinking. I don't care even if you did. Good, because I wouldn't. Well, I'm more comfortable with Indy. She's been doing it longer. Sure, go back to Indy then. If she's so special to you, why didn't you end up with her? If she's your favorite, why bother with me? Will furrowed his brows. What are you talking about? Who's Manuel? What's all this relationship talk? Samantha laughed. It's from a radio drama. The maid was in love with her boss and got jealous when he got close to another maid. Manuel was the boss. I just slipped that in for a laugh. And what part of that was supposed to be funny? Oh, never mind. Let's just get you in the shower before your temper melts the air conditioning. Will rolled his eyes. I just lay down, though. Then stay in bed. Bathe later. Why are you mad now? You're the one who insisted. Fine, let's go. He relented. She helped Will into the wheelchair and pushed him into the bathroom. Positioning him in front of the shower, she said playfully, "Okay, strip." She was stunned when Will actually began undressing. "Wait, why are you taking off your clothes?" "You told me to. I'm about to shower, right?" "It was a joke." She turned away quickly. Her heart pounded as she heard the rustling behind her. Her face burned. "Samantha, I thought you were bathing me. How will you do that with your back turned?" "I'm just not used to seeing that." "Get used to it. You'll be seeing a lot more from now on. Turn around and take off my shorts." "What?" "No, do it yourself." "You said you'd do it." She gulped again, turned around, and crouched. As she slowly pulled down his shorts, she spotted the bulge in his underwear. "Oh God, forgive me. This is just work," she muttered, crossing herself. "Samantha, you're still kneeling. You planning to worship that thing?" Her face flushed. She hurriedly turned on the shower. "Water only? Aren't you going to soap me up?" Will said dryly. Startled, she shut off the water and grabbed the shampoo and soap. She lathered his hair first, massaging gently. Will let out a groan. "Sir, are you okay?" "Just do your job. Stop talking." "You're so grumpy, sir." After the hair, she soaped his body, neck, chest, down to his feet. Her hands trembled. "Are you planning to erase my abs with all that scrubbing?" "Sorry, I wasn't focusing on your abs. It's just that your belly button was really dirty." Will gave her a hard stare. "You were hired to do laundry, not this kind of scrubbing." She continued, finally leaving only the most private area untouched. "Here's the soap, sir. You handle Junior." "Isn't that part of your job?" "Nope, that's where I draw the line." "Fine." He snatched the soap and she turned away, praying for strength. Afterward, she toweled him off, then shut her eyes tightly as she helped him out of his wet underwear. She breathed a sigh of relief when it was done. She wheeled him out of the bathroom, found fresh clothes in the closet, and dressed him. "Did you enjoy it, sir?" she teased. Will didn't respond. "Don't deny it, you totally did." He shook his head. She grabbed a hairdryer and started drying his hair. While drying, she began singing Tala by Sarah Geronimo. "You've got a nice voice," Will commented. "Really? Thanks, sir. A lot of people say that." "If I were deaf, it'd be even better. It's smooth on the ears but annoying to the brain." "You're so mean," she muttered, and in retaliation, she aimed the hairdryer directly at his face. "Samantha." "Yes, sir?" she asked innocently. "Put the dryer down and help me back to bed." "Yes, master." She saluted and guided him to bed. Looking at his legs, she asked softly, "You really don't want to try therapy?" "Number, even if I could walk again, I wouldn't leave this room." "But you can still change that reality." "I don't want to. This is my life now." "Why accept something that can still be fixed?" He looked annoyed. "Samantha, you're meddling again." "I'm just suggesting." "Then you are meddling." "Okay, fine. I'm meddling. I'm sorry. Just smile once for me." "Leave. I want to sleep. No more noise." "All right, bye. I'll check on you later." As Samantha stepped out of his room, she leaned against the door. "How did it go, Samantha?" Mrs. Teresa asked. "He's incredibly grumpy, ma'am, but I was able to talk to him. He just likes to shout." "I'm sorry about that." "No need to apologize, Mrs. Teresa. I made a promise, and I intend to keep it. I'll bring back the old Will and get him into therapy." "Thank you, Samantha. I'm so glad you agreed to do this." Samantha smiled. "I'll get back to the laundry." "No need. Rest for now. We'll continue tomorrow. Come have a snack. I baked cupcakes. Cupcakes? Really? Samantha's eyes lit up, hurrying toward the kitchen. As someone who grew up in hardship, a simple cupcake was a rare treat. The last time she had one was 5 years ago, on her birthday, when her siblings surprised her with a single cupcake turned into a makeshift cake. "This is so good," she said, as she devoured 3. Mrs. Teresa chuckled warmly. "I'm glad you like it. Take some home to your siblings." "Really? Thank you. Shan and Sally will be so happy. We rarely get to eat treats like this." "What happened to your parents?" "They passed away years ago. It's just me and my siblings now." "You're the eldest?" "Yes, Mom. After they passed, I did everything I could to become their parent. I never wanted them to feel like they were missing anything." "You're admirable, Samantha." "Thank you. I just do what I can. I push myself for their sake." "You're a good sister." "Thanks, Mom. Honestly, the reason I accepted your offer is because that house and lot would mean the world to my family. We rent a broken-down place right now. We used to own a home, but had to sell it to pay my dad's debts. That's why I vowed to buy our own house someday. If you succeed in what I asked, you'll get that house and lot right away, Samantha. Just do your best." Samantha nodded and bit into another cupcake. The next day, Samantha arrived early at the mansion. She ran into Indy carrying a food tray. "Is that for Sir Will?" Samantha asked. "Yeah, I'm bringing it to his room." "No need. I'll take it to him. I'm in charge of his care now, remember?" "Chih, you're already bathing him, and now you want to take over this too?" Indy snapped. "Wasn't that the agreement?" Samantha replied. "Fine, you bring it then," Indy said, handing over the tray. "But don't you go flirting with Sir Will. Just because you're pretty doesn't mean you can use that to seduce him. For your information, there's something going on between us." Samantha stifled a laugh. "What's so funny? You don't believe me?" "I just don't care. Whatever you have with him, it's none of my business. I'm not here to seduce anyone." "You better not be. Sir Will is mine." "All yours? Go ahead. You can tattoo it on your liver if you want," Samantha quipped as she walked away. She brought the tray to Will's room and knocked. When there was no answer and the door was unlocked, she let herself in. "Good morning, Sir Will. Your breakfast is here," she greeted cheerfully. Will was awake but still lying in bed. "Where's Indy?" "Not here. You're stuck with me." Maybe what Indy said was true. Maybe there really is something between you two. "What?" he asked, surprised. "She said there's something between you two. That's why you prefer her taking care of you." "You're just trying to piss me off this early, aren't you?" Samantha smirked. "You can't even accept that I replaced her. You'd rather have her bathe and feed you because of this so-called something you have. There's nothing between us. She's not even my type. I just know her longer than you." Samantha pouted. "Then what's your type?" "Why do you want to know?" "So I can help you find someone new. Someone who'll help you forget Leia." "I don't plan on forgetting Leia." "I'm just saying—" Will suddenly shoved the tray away, sending the food spilling onto the bed and floor. "Sir! Get out!" "I'm sorry, Sir Will, but just because you're mad doesn't mean you need to throw your food like that. At least you have something to eat. Some people don't have money for food, yet you toss your blessings away like trash. Must be nice to be rich." Will didn't respond. "I'll clean this up," she said. Samantha left and returned with cleaning supplies and a new comforter. As she scrubbed the mess, she noticed Will glancing at her and even fake coughing. "Samantha." "What? You gonna yell again?" "You brought up Leia. That's what upset me. Don't talk like it's easy to move on. I loved her. Even after all these years, I can't forget her." "I get it, sir. It's hard to forget someone you love. but the food didn't do anything wrong. Stop trying to provoke me. Days passed, and Samantha and Will continued their endless bickering. He stayed grumpy, still unwilling to smile. One day, Samantha clutched her stomach in pain. Sally noticed immediately. "Eight, are you okay? You look pale." "It's just gas, I'm fine." "You should stay home today." "I can't, so Will might look for me." She forced a smile, even though he wouldn't. She took a tricycle to the mansion, holding her stomach the entire ride, and tried to silently relieve her discomfort. Upon arrival, she grabbed Will's breakfast and brought it to his room. "Good morning, Sir Will." "Nothing good about my life." "Well, there is in mine. Eat up and then take a bath." "I'm not hungry." "Don't care. Doña Teresa told me to make sure you eat and eat on time." "Fine," he groaned. She helped him sit up. He fed himself while she watched. "Stop staring at me," he snapped. "I was looking at the soup." "Sure you were. You've got a crush on me, don't you?" They both fell silent when Samantha suddenly let out a loud fart. Her face turned crimson. Will, instead of getting angry, burst out laughing. He smacked the bed as he laughed uncontrollably. Samantha looked confused. "Sir, are you okay? Why are you laughing?" "Your fart sounded like a train." "Sorry, sir. My stomach's just acting up." Will couldn't stop laughing. Samantha smiled and watched him closely. "You're more handsome when you laugh," she said. "And rich people really do laugh differently. It's all gasps and pauses." "This is the first time I've laughed like this in years. I threw you so many jokes and nothing worked. Only your fart cracked me up." That night, Samantha went to the market and bought sweet potatoes. The next day, Sally caught her eating a ton of them. "Eight, what are you doing?" "My boss laughs at the sound of my farts. If I fart more, he'll laugh more." "Gross, but can I have some sweet potato?" "You want to fart too?" "No, I just want to eat." Samantha laughed and eagerly headed to the mansion, carrying breakfast as usual. "Good morning, Sir Will." "You're so loud I need earmuffs." "Start your mornings with a smile, sir. Frowns cause wrinkles." "I'm not grumpy, so why do I look bad?" Before he could finish, Samantha shoved a spoon of food into his mouth. "You're just hungry," she said. "Stop smiling like that. You're up to something." "Nope," she lied, waiting for the fart to kick in. She held it until Will finished eating. Then she let it out, loud and proud. She looked at him expectantly. Nothing. 1 second. 2. Still nothing. Instead, Will covered his nose and glared. "If looks could kill, I'd be dead." "Sir, aren't you entertained? Didn't you say you liked my fart?" "I liked the sound, not the smell. That was disgusting. Are you sure it was just a fart?" Samantha gulped. "Sir, open the window, maybe the door too." "Didn't you say I hate sunlight? If I don't open it now, I'll die from that stench." "Can a fart kill people?" she muttered. She quickly opened the windows. "What did you eat? Why are you farting so much?" "Never mind. Just go." "Do you want me to leave or not?" "Yes, get out." "But something else might come out." "What?" "Can I borrow the bathroom real quick?" "Fine, just don't stink it up." She nodded and rushed to the bathroom. Samantha did everything she could to get closer to Will, and eventually she softened him. "Sir, let's play a game," she suggested one day. "What game? We're not kids." "Ugh, you're such a killjoy." "What's that?" "Killjoy, buzzkill, but it's not a kiddie game." "Look," she said, pulling out a bottle and sitting across from him by his wheelchair. "We'll play spin the bottle. Whoever it points to has to pick truth or dare." "And why would I agree to that?" "Because I own your soul. Kidding. Just play with me, sir. It won't be fun if I play alone. I'm the boss around here, yet you're the one bossing me around." "Please, just this once." "Fine, but just one round." Yes, she said, pumping her fist in the air. She spun the bottle. It stopped in an empty space. Oh, it landed on the bed. Then give it a truth or dare, Will joked. Actually, if it lands on the bed, it means it's your turn. You didn't say that before. You're changing the rules. I was joking, sir. Don't be mad. Let's spin again. She spun the bottle again. It pointed at her. Will smirked. I dare you to… Wait, you're not even letting me pick between truth or dare. You were going to pick dare anyway. Fine, sir, but don't make it too hard. I dare you to leave my room. Wow, that's your dare? So harsh. Okay, new dare. Dance. What kind of dance? Ballet, hip-hop, sexy, slow, funk, party? Boudots. Boudots? Seriously? Don't want to? Then I'll think of something worse. Okay, fine, she said, and began dancing, even though there was no music. Will tried not to laugh. She spun the bottle again. It landed on Will. Truth or dare, sir? Truth. Tell me about you and Leia. Samantha, you pick truth, sir. Spill it. Dare. I change my mind. Too late. I dare you to tell me about Leia. Will sighed. We were classmates in high school. She was my best friend. Our moms were best friends too. One day I realized I was in love with her. When I confessed, she told me she felt the same. We dated, and everything was great. The end. Just one more question, sir. Why do you blame yourself for her death? Will fell silent but didn't snap. Samantha took that as a good sign. I was driving. We got into a fight. She wanted to work abroad. I said no. I didn't want her leaving me. She wanted to get out of the car, but I didn't let her. It was dark. I kept driving. We struggled for the wheel. Then the truck came. If I had just listened, if I'd just supported her, maybe she'd still be alive. She died angry with me, and I never got to say sorry. Will's voice cracked, and he broke down. Samantha immediately wrapped her arms around him. He cried in her embrace. I'm here, Sir Will. I'm so sorry I asked. I just wanted to understand you better. Thank you for telling me, even if we're not that close. Thank you too, Samantha. I've kept it bottled up for so long. I haven't even told Mom. I feel lighter now. Samantha thought to herself. He looks so handsome even when he cries. Why don't I look this good when I cry? Will raised his head and met her eyes. Spin the bottle again. Samantha nodded and spun it. It pointed at her. Truth or dare? Truth. Have you ever been in love? Whoa, intense question. Well, no, just crushes. Never been in love. Never even had a boyfriend. Why not? I don't know. I'm just not into guys like that. Maybe I'm scared of getting hurt. What kind of family do you come from, Samantha? A human one, she joked. Okay, sir, you've had your question. 1 question per turn, remember? That was 2. Answer it anyway. All right, my family's simple. I grew up poor. My parents passed away. Now it's just me and my siblings, Sean and Sally. We help each other survive. None of us finished school, so it's hard to get jobs. Thankfully, I have a knack for laundry. I can wash a mountain of clothes in a day. That's how I earn. Until I ended up here and met Doña Teresa. You're a laundry woman. Shouldn't you be busy with clothes? Why are you spending time on me? Because I signed up for extra duties. Doña Teresa offered to pay more if I helped take care of you. That's it? Yes, sir, that's the only reason. Thanks for taking care of me, Samantha. No problem. I'm just doing my job. Samantha, I'd like for us to be friends. You sure? You want to be friends with me? That's rare. Don't want to? I do. From now on, we're best friends. Just friends. Samantha frowned while Will laughed. Your face lights up when you're happy, Sir Will. You should smile and laugh more often. It feels good to laugh, doesn't it? They say laughter is the best medicine. You actually make sense sometimes, Will said. Sometimes? I always make sense, sir. They kept chatting, learning each other's favorite colors and foods. They grew even closer. In the days that followed, Will stopped being grumpy, and Samantha managed to make him laugh with her jokes. Sir, what do you call a mini tsunami? No idea. What? Editano. Will burst out laughing. And what's smaller than that? What? Edmas tsunano. Will laughed so hard. Where do you get these corny jokes? You call them corny, but you're the one laughing the hardest. One Sunday, Samantha decided to invite Will out. Sir Will, she called while sweeping the floor. Will paused his reading and looked at her. What? I was thinking of going to the park. Want to come with me? Sure. Huh? You'll come? Yes, it's just the park, right? It's nearby. I haven't seen it in years. I used to jog there before everything. Sir, what's gotten into you? Why the sudden yes? Should I say no then? No, I just didn't expect it. Every time I've invited you to leave your room, you either shout or frown. What changed your mind? I thought about what you said, that my life doesn't have to end with that accident. Maybe it's time I move on. I'm trying to forget the pain, trying to let go of what happened with Leia. And you're here, Samantha. I know you'll help me through this. Of course, sir. I've got your back. Samantha asked the guards to carry Will downstairs. She pushed his wheelchair to the park, glancing around at the scenery. It's fresher out here than in your room, sir. So much has changed. There's a house built over there now, and more trees. I wouldn't have known any of this if I hadn't come out. See? Thanks to me. She grinned. Thank you, Samantha. I wouldn't have had the courage to face the world again if not for you. Oh, that's so sweet, sir. I'm just glad you're happy. You should have done this sooner. The park was full of people, and some of them started staring and whispering when they saw Will. His mood suddenly shifted. Noticing his silence, Samantha stopped pushing the wheelchair and walked in front of him to check his face. He was looking down. Let's go home, Samantha, he said softly. But sir, we just got here. They're staring. They're probably laughing at me in their heads. Look at me. In a wheelchair. Samantha clenched her fists. She turned to the group nearby. Hey, you want to lose your eyes? Never seen a handsome guy in a wheelchair before? She shouted. They scattered instantly. Will chuckled. You scared them. They deserved it. There's nothing wrong with you, sir. They're the ones with problems, not you. You didn't choose this. You didn't want to get in an accident. Thanks for defending me. Of course, sir. We're best friends, remember? Gotta have each other's backs. Friends only. Haven't we leveled up to best friends yet, sir? I'll think about it. They continued strolling around the park. When Will got tired, they rested on a bench under a tree. Samantha noticed an old man selling ice cream nearby. Sir, want some ice cream? I don't really like sweets. 2 chocolate cones, please, she told the vendor. You don't like sweets, but you ordered 2. They both laughed. Samantha returned with the ice cream and handed one to Will. This is so good, she said. It really is. Just then, an old woman approached them with a tray of couple bracelets. Buy these couple bracelets. They'll strengthen your bond. They'll make your relationship last. Will and Samantha looked at each other, stunned. We're not a couple, Samantha said quickly. How much? Will interrupted. I'll buy them all. Samantha was shocked. Before she could stop him, Will had paid, and the woman walked off smiling. Why'd you buy all of them? You only have 2 wrists, and they're for couples. I bought them so she'd go away. He handed her one. This one's for you. But sir, these are for couples. Just wear it. We're basically a couple already. Just wear it. I'm not your girlfriend. Put it on or I'll kiss you. Why does a kiss come with it? Your choice. She quickly wore the bracelet. It was beautiful. So pretty. You're prettier. I said it's pretty, sir. Will wore his too. Looks cute on you, sir. I'm cuter, he teased. You are, sir. You really are. She nodded, grinning. Will looked away, ears and neck turning red. A bright blue butterfly suddenly landed on Will's shoulder. Don't move, sir. A butterfly just landed on you. Will glanced at it carefully. Maybe it's Leia. What? Some people believe butterflies are our loved ones who've passed on. One time a butterfly flew into our house, and my dad said it was my grandfather. Then another butterfly came and he said it was my grandma. So maybe this one's Leia. I'm not talking to it. What if it answers back? Samantha laughed and waved at the butterfly. Hi, Leia. Sorry about Will. He's kind of grumpy. The butterfly suddenly flew away. She doesn't like me. She probably doesn't like me either. You don't know that. How do you know it's not her? How do you know it is? Samantha pursed her lips and dropped the topic. Sir, do you know butterfly colors have meanings? Blue butterflies symbolize peace and calm. They also represent spiritual growth and a deeper connection with yourself. Like you, sir, you found your peace. You're reconnecting with yourself and the world. I believe that butterfly was from Leia. If not her, maybe she sent it to let you know she's happy for you. Will suddenly began to cry. Sir, don't cry. People might think I upset you. I'll buy you another ice cream. Please stop crying. I'm just emotional. Why? Because I just learned that butterfly colors have meanings. Oh my God, sir. I thought you were crying over Leia. I'm kidding. I cried because of what you said. If it really was her, I want her to know I'm okay now. I hope she's happy wherever she is. She definitely is, sir. You're starting to become your old self again. Will reached out and held her hand. I also want Leia to know that I've fallen in love with someone else. Sir, I love you, Samantha. I love... Samantha. Indy suddenly appeared. I knew it. I've been looking everywhere for you two, she said, arms crossed. Why are you looking for us? Will asked. Doña Teresa was calling Samantha, but she left her phone. She wants to talk to you urgently. We should go back, Indy added. You're exposing Sir Will to all sorts of germs. Relax, Indy. I'm not neglecting him, Samantha said. Indy flicked her hair. Whatever, let's go. Back at the mansion, Samantha met with Mrs. Teresa. You called for me, Mom? Yes, Samantha. Sit down. Samantha took a seat on the edge of the couch. I just want to remind you why I brought you here, Mrs. Teresa began. Do you still remember? Yes, ma'am. You asked me to make Sir Will happy again. Correct, that's all I asked. Samantha nodded, unsure where this was going. But lately, you've been overstepping. You're getting too close, too attached. Ma'am, you were hired to take care of him, not to fall in love with him. Samantha's heart skipped. Ma'am, I never... You were seen holding hands. He bought you a bracelet. You wear it openly. Do you think I wouldn't notice? I didn't mean for that to happen. You didn't mean to, but it happened anyway. I'm not angry, Samantha. I'm just telling you this has to stop. I understand, Ma'am. If you want the house and the money I promised, then remember your place. You're a helper, not a girlfriend. Don't forget that. Samantha felt a lump form in her throat. She stood up. I won't forget, ma'am. I'm sorry. As she left the room, she bumped into Indy, who had clearly been eavesdropping. Well, you're not the rich man's princess after all. Indy smirked. Excuse me, Samantha said quietly, pushing past her. She went straight to Will's room. He was sitting by the window. You're early, he said with a smile. I came to check on you. Will noticed the look on her face. What's wrong? Nothing. You're a terrible liar. Something happened. Did someone say something? I just came to say, I can't talk to you the way I used to anymore. We need to keep our distance. Why? What are you saying? Your mom reminded me why I'm here, and she's right. I came to help you heal, that's all. Will wheeled closer to her. So what? We can't be close now? We can't laugh? Can't talk? Samantha's voice cracked. I'm just your helper. That's all I'll ever be. She turned away quickly, hiding her tears. Will didn't say anything. That night, Samantha walked home slower than usual. She clutched the bracelet on her wrist and wiped her eyes with her sleeve. When she got home, Sally met her at the door. "Eight, are you okay?" "Yeah, just tired." "You're crying." I said I'm fine, Sally. She went straight to bed, curled up under the thin blanket, and cried silently. At the mansion, Will sat by the window for hours, waiting for Samantha's message or visit. Days passed, and she stayed distant. She still did her duties, feeding him, helping with his bath, but they barely talked. "Why are you so quiet lately?" he asked one morning. "I'm just focusing on work, sir." "Samantha, did my mum talk to you?" She didn't respond. "She did, didn't she?" "I don't want to cause any trouble." "You're not. I told you I love you, didn't I? That's the problem." "What? You're not supposed to fall in love with me." "And who says that? Your mom, society, reality. I don't care about any of that." "Well, I do." "Do you love me?" "I don't know." "That's not a no. I have to go." Samantha turned to leave. Will caught her hand. "Don't walk away like that." She didn't look back. That evening, Samantha handed in her resignation letter. "You're quitting?" Mrs. Teresa asked, surprised. "Yes, Mom. Thank you for everything, but I think it's best I leave." "You don't want the house and money anymore?" Samantha shook her head. "I just want peace. I'll pay you for the time you've served. You did what I asked." Will is smiling again. "You did that. Thank you, Mom." "Where will you go?" "I'll find another job. I'll manage." Mrs. Teresa nodded. "I'm sorry it had to end like this." Samantha bowed her head. "Goodbye, Mom." As she walked out of the mansion, she looked back once, just once, then kept walking. Samantha returned to her laundry work full-time. She avoided places near the Whitmore estate and refused to take jobs near their property. Every night she would lie in bed, holding her bracelet, fighting tears. "Why are you punishing yourself, Ate?" Sally asked one night. "I'm not. I'm just trying to do the right thing." "By hurting yourself?" "I fell in love with someone I can't have. What choice do I have? Does he love you?" "Yes." "Then why can't you be together?" "Because his mom doesn't want me near him. And she's right, Sally. I'm just a laundry woman. He's rich. I can't give him the life he deserves." "You're the reason he started smiling again. That means more than money." Samantha didn't respond. Meanwhile, at the Whitmore estate, Will grew frustrated. Every time he asked his mother where Samantha had gone, she would change the subject. "She left of her own will," Mrs. Teresa finally told him. "No, she didn't. You made her leave." "I reminded her of her place. She forgot she was just a helper." "She wasn't just a helper, Mom. She was my friend, the only one who ever made me feel alive again." "I was protecting you." "From what? From happiness?" "She's not the right one for you." "You don't get to decide that." Mrs. Teresa sighed and walked away. Will wheeled himself back into his room and stared at the empty space where Samantha used to sit and chatter endlessly. He missed her laugh, her silly jokes, her stubbornness. He opened the drawer where he'd kept the matching bracelet. "I miss you," he whispered, clutching it. Weeks passed. Samantha stayed busy but remained hollow inside. One day, while delivering laundry to a client, she ran into Indy. "Well, look who it is. Thought you'd be in a mansion by now." Indy sneered. Still bitter? Samantha asked calmly. I'm not the one who got kicked out. I wasn't kicked out. I left. Sure, keep telling yourself that. Samantha walked away without another word. Later that week, Mrs. Teresa paid her a surprise visit. Mrs. Teresa? Samantha was stunned. I came to talk. Please come in. They sat in the small living room, Samantha offering her a glass of water. I came to say, thank you, Mrs. Teresa began. For what, ma'am? For bringing my son back. You did more than any therapist ever could. Samantha lowered her gaze. I'm sorry I hurt you. I was afraid. I didn't want him to get hurt again, but pushing you away was a mistake. Samantha didn't speak. Please come back. I can't, ma'am. He needs you. I need him too, but I also need self-respect. I can't go back to being seen as someone who isn't good enough. You're more than good enough. Please, just visit him, one last time. Samantha hesitated, then nodded. That afternoon, she returned to the Whitmore mansion. As she stepped through the gate, her heart pounded. Every step felt heavier. She knocked on Will's door. Come in, came the tired voice from inside. She opened the door slowly. Will turned, his eyes widening. Samantha. Hi, Sir Will. Where have you been? Around. I've been looking for you. I've been miserable. I know. I was too. He wheeled toward her and stopped inches away. You left without saying goodbye. I thought it was for the best. You were wrong. I know. I love you. I love you too. He took her hand. Will you stay? Only if your mom lets me. She already did. Samantha smiled. And this time, I'm not just your helper. Will smiled back. No, you're not. You're the love of my life. As the sun poured through the window, Will leaned forward, and for the first time, they kissed, softly, sweetly. The dark room finally felt warm again.
Thank you so much for watching this video from Mr. Hope.
We are about to hit 80,000 subscribers. Thank you, every member of the Hope Nation.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next video. Bye.